Tom, thanks for being with us. I'm a big fan, so pleasure to have you. What can we expect from your performance on Sunday night?
Well, I believe I'm doing a few songs that have been inspired over the last 9 years now. I can't even believe it. But 9 years ago, let me just put it this way, I found out that I was not a big, puffy, sweaty Irish guy. I was actually a Mohawk at the age of 53. From a complete stranger, I found out that I was adopted. And as I was driving my cousin Janie home, after that, a couple of weeks after I found out, I mentioned to her, I said, my cousin Jane is the matriarch of our family. She sits at the head of the table for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the kids' birthdays, right? And I'm driving her home, and I said, Janie, I found out a couple of weeks ago that Mom and Dad weren't my mom and dad, and if you remember anything, please tell me. And she turned to me and said, Tom, I don't know how to tell you this. I hope you forgive me, but I'm your mother. I've known Janie my entire life. She's been in my life constantly as my cousin Jane. Janie is a Mohawk from Ganawage. My father was a Mohawk from Ganawage. I'm a Mohawk from Hamilton, Ontario. That inspired not only a book and my visual art now, but all my music is inspired by the last 9 years. And my music is now, my writing and my art is to shine a light on the Mohawk Nation. So that's my job now, as an artist and as a man.
And it's a truly incredible story, fascinating book that I would recommend to anyone. Tom, sadly, due to the pandemic, we won't be able to watch these performances in person again this year for Indigenous Day Live. How has the pandemic impacted your work over the past 15 months or so?
I am embarrassed, not embarrassed, but I'm shy to say that I have thrived for the last year and a half. I did a show for, the last show, the big show that I did was at the National Arts Center in Ottawa for the Inspire Awards. Mm-hmm. And I left that and took really sick, and then the big shutdown happened, the world shut down. And I went to my art studio and started painting. I went to my desk where I am right now and started writing the second book for Random House. So I have found it an oasis for creativity and inspiration, and the energy that's come my way because the world has been shut down has been impactful on me. I always sat to write and paint, usually late at night after the world had calmed down and the city got quieter and people were not bustling around, man. And with the pandemic as it is, I find that energy level of the world is just calm in some ways, at least for me, you know. Mm-hmm. It isn't calm when you get behind the wheel of a car and drive. Everybody's driving like crazy these days. I don't know what the hell's going on, but the world is certainly about to explode in some areas. But as far as artistic and creative energy goes, it's been very positive for me.
Well, part of that energy, I guess, came out earlier this month when you and Iskway teamed up for a new single, Starless Night. Can we expect you two to perform together on Sunday night?
Yeah, we're going to do, in fact, we're each doing our own performances, and then we're getting together to do a couple songs together. And the fantastic and exciting thing about working with Iskway, besides her being an extreme talent, insightful human being, sensitive and loving, she's also a vicious performer. Mm-hmm. And working with her on stage is fantastic. And we're finding material as we go along. We recorded 2 songs, and they were both released by on a record label, Indigenous record label, and Red Music Rising. Mm-hmm. And we just keep finding more material to sing. So a lot of what we're doing is being made up as we go along. It's kind of, the Iskway Tom Wilson project is kind of art in real time, I guess you would say.
Well, Tom, really looking forward to Sunday night's performances, and an absolute pleasure to have you join us. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.